Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome.
Hey guys, I'm back with part 2, and part 2 will just show you the technique of how to place your closure. So normally all videos will show you that when you're placing your closure, you should bring it a little bit below the cap. So like a half of an inch, which is fine. A half of an inch is okay with me. That's how much I bring it down. So once you place it there and you pin it, then you start pinning, you know, around the end of the closure. And we have to make sure it's laid flat. The problem with that is when we do it that way, we get most of it laying flat, yes, but in the back of it somewhere, this is what happened. Because if I pin this here, then the entire thing here will be flat. But then look at this. In order for us to get it at least 99% flat, we have to not put it forward like this. We have to just lay the closure regularly. So I'm gonna take it off of here. I'm not pulling it forward. I'm just placing it regular on the cap. So it's placed regularly, so it's not pulled forward as yet. But now I can start placing my closure exactly where we want it. So what I do is I start here and my entire back is flat. And once I do that, I pin one here, one there, put one there, and on the corners, it's very important, and we need to pull a little bit to make it, you know. So I put one here, okay. And I like when there's a lot of pin to just keep it flat. And I do not use my T-pins. I use these little pins because they're more, you know, forgiving on the closure, that it won't tear the lace or anything. So now I have the entire back flat, okay? Do you see that? And I think the same thing should be happening here. Yes, the same thing's happening here. All right, this is when we're gonna leave these here still, and we're just gonna go ahead and pull on both sides. So I'm pulling on both sides. So same thing I'm doing on this side is the same thing I'm doing on that side. And I'm pulling and I'm holding it down and I'm pinning as I go along. Gotta pull and open wide, you know. There you go. So let's do this side also. So we're gonna pull and pin. There we go. Here we have the bulk, and that is the extra that's gonna be in the front. So we're gonna remove the pins right here. We're gonna remove this one right here. And this is how we would get the half of an inch, okay? So let's pin this down right here. Okay, there we go. So now it's laid flat all around, all across the board, and we've gotten our half an inch here. If when you finish pinning, you can't seem to find your half of an inch, that means you need to take it a little bit more down, you know, place it in a different see what happens here. Wait. Yeah, so you'll get or 1/2 of an inch. And there we have it. See, you still see a little something here, but that's okay. Or you can pull it more if you want to, but that's not necessary. But we just need to get it as flat as we can. And what we had before was too much bulging, so we couldn't start sewing at that point. And then this is okay. So this is like 1/2 of an inch somewhere, but we're okay with whatever is left right here. You see, we're okay with that. So this is 1/2 of an inch here. And you pull that forward too, even though we're not gonna be sewing here, but we just want it to be positioned where it's supposed to be. I think I have more. No. Oh, here's one. So we just make sure we pin them. Okay. We just pull the middle forward and oops. And we just pin. Now we are ready to start sewing because the closure is flat enough that we can sew. All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to pin this up some. I'm gonna use a little bit of mousse to hold the hair back and just keep it in place and out of the way. So I'll be able to start sewing the closure.